Good evening, and welcome to the European International School High School graduation for the class of 2026. My name is Ben Armstrong, co-head of school and head of middle and high school, and I'll be your MC this evening. Today, we gather to celebrate the achievements of the EIS class of 2026 as they complete their EIS and International Baccalaureate studies. Graduation from high school is one of life's great passages, the culmination of a journey that began many years ago in primary school, continued through middle school, and has now brought our graduates to this important moment. By the end of this ceremony, the class of 2026 will no longer be school students. Instead, they will leave this ballroom as young adults, ready to begin an exciting new chapter in their lives, whether that journey take them here in Vietnam or further abroad. At EIS, we truly believe in our educational village, and we know that it really does take a village to raise a child. To all the family members here this evening, and to those joining us from home, thank you for your partnership, trust, and unwavering support in helping our graduates become outstanding young people. I would also like to acknowledge the dedication and care of our teachers. Without their guidance, encouragement, and belief in our students, tonight would not be possible. They have challenged our graduates to strive for excellence, supported them through moments of difficulty, and celebrated their successes along the way. Please join me in a round of applause as we welcome the EIS teachers to the ballroom. Welcome, teachers, and thank you once again for everything you have done for the class of 2026. Now, without further delay, I'm extremely excited and proud to welcome to the ballroom the graduating class of 2026. Please welcome our graduates. welcome to your graduation. Yeah, give yourself a round of applause. Now, this cohort has shown extraordinary resilience in reaching this moment, successfully navigating the challenges and the rigour of the International Baccalaureate program. From team building challenges and jet ski adventures on Ho Tram Beach to the intensity of the past 4 weeks completing their final IB examinations, this group of young men and women has supported one another, grown together, and helped each other strive towards their personal goals. I personally could not be prouder of the way you have come together as a cohort, and I'm sure everybody in this room feels exactly the same. I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to all family members, friends, and again our teachers joining us this evening. Your encouragement, your sacrifices, your unwavering support has played a central role in helping our graduates reach this milestone. This evening, we are also honoured to be joined by a very special guest, Dr. Nguyen T. Quinn Lam, former president and founding principal of EIS. Welcome, Dr. Lam. Tonight is a celebration of far more than just academic achievement. It is a celebration of perseverance, growth, friendships, and the contributions each of you have made to the EIS community and beyond. While today may mark the final day as a student of EIS, you will always be a part of our educational village. Class of 2026, today is your graduation. To begin today's ceremony, it is with absolute pleasure that I welcome Miss Jo to the stage to address the class of 2026. Miss Jo.
Good evening, families, friends, colleagues, grade 11 students, special guests, and most importantly, class of 2026. Congratulations, you made it. Bye-bye, IB. Before I begin in earnest, I want to say this. I am not going to apologise for being emotional this evening. Many of you have been my kids since primary. A couple of you since early years. And one of you since birth. So I am totally owning these feelings. I will, however, apologise in advance if I reach the stage of what they call the ugly cry. I think the chances might be quite high. But wish me luck. This year feels deeply personal. It's the first graduation in all my years at EIS with a large group of students whom I have known for a long time. I remember many of you arriving on your first day with oversized backpacks and nervous smiles. I have seen you learn to read, to question, to collaborate, and eventually to lead. I have watched you fall out with friends and make up again. And I have watched you fall out with friends and make up again. And I have watched you fall out with friends and make up again. I have seen you discover talents you didn't know you had. And I have watched you face disappointment and quietly build resilience. And I have had the extraordinary privilege of knowing you, not only in my roles as head of early years and primary and co-head of school, but also as a parent. And in each of these roles, I have had a front row seat to the remarkable young people you have become. I have heard your names around my house, Many of you have been in my house a lot. I have seen the friendships you have built. I have seen how you support and champion one another. And if I could have chosen a group of young people for my daughter to grow up with through school, it would be this one. You are genuinely good humans, and that matters more than anything. And to the parents here this evening, thank you. Thank you for trusting EIS with your children and for walking alongside them every step of this journey. And I know that, like me, you feel an enormous sense of pride in this moment. Graduates, as many of you were growing up, EIS was growing up too, and I would like to honour that shared journey. Could I ask you to please stand up and kind of face that away? Okay. I would like you to remain standing if you joined EIS in grade 10 or earlier. Nobody. Remain standing if you joined EIS in grade 9 or earlier. In grade 8 or earlier. Grade 7 or earlier. Grade 6 or earlier. Grade 5 or earlier. Let's pause here for a moment and take a look around. I believe you call yourselves the OGs. Which means the originals, I've recently found out. So please give a round of applause to the self-proclaimed OGs. Okay. And let's keep going. Please remain standing if you joined in grade 4 or earlier. Grade 3 or earlier. Grade 2 or earlier. Grade 1 or earlier. Vilam, you were in grade 1. Honestly, didn't you do high-level maths? Come on. Please remain standing if you joined EIS in the early years. Okay, please give a round of applause to Lindan and Fiona, the original OGs. Thank you, please sit down. In many ways, these students didn't just attend EIS, they helped build it. While they were growing up, the school itself was growing up alongside them. Unfortunately, I've just been growing older. Many of you arrived when the campus was much smaller. The idea of the educational village was still just a vision. But over time, that vision became reality. New spaces were built, new opportunities opened, and the educational village we know today began to take shape. But what truly brings that vision to life is not the buildings, it's the people inside them. I've lost my place. Hang on. And when I look at you this evening, I see that vision. Young people who have grown up learning together, supporting each other, and becoming part of a community that extends far beyond any single classroom. And so, whether you joined in early years, primary, middle school, or much more recently, every one of you has helped shape EIS. I think that deserves a round of applause. As Ben said, we're very fortunate this evening to have Dr. Lamb with us. Dr. Lamb played a pivotal role in shaping the foundations and vision of EIS. Dr. Lamb, it's a privilege to have you with us this evening, and I know you remember many of these graduates and their families. And in recognition of your enduring contributions, your vision, and your continued support of our educational village, I would like to invite you forward to show our appreciation. Dr. Lamb, thank you for laying the foundations of the community these young people have grown up in. Buildings alone do not define EIS. Programs alone do not define EIS. Results alone do not define EIS. Students do. You were the older students supporting the younger ones. You were the leaders in assemblies. You were the teammates lifting each other after tough losses and celebrating one another after successes. You were the friend who sat beside someone on a difficult day. These moments matter more than you realize. These small acts of kindness are what truly define a community. And people notice, and people remember. And I know this because recently I reached out to some of your former teachers, all now in different parts of the world. When I told them you were graduating, their responses were immediate. They remembered you, your humor, your determination, and your kindness. They wanted to send messages, and this evening I would like to share these with you.
Hi everyone, Miss Anne here. Graduation time already. Where did my wee year ones go? Congratulations on all of your achievements to date. Enjoy this special celebration with your EIS family, and I'm wishing you all the very best for the future, your next adventures ahead, wherever that may take you. Bye.
Best of luck, grade 12, on your next adventure from Ireland. I still have the book from when you started in grade 1 and you were teeny tiny. I hope my two girls, Sophia and Ellie, get to come to Vietnam one day to see the wonderful school that you all grew up in, and that I was so proud to be your tech teacher a long time ago. Say bye, Ellie. Bye. So, remember this? And this? Hello. Congratulations to you all on your graduation. Can't believe how long it is since you were in my class, grade 3. 9 years ago now, and now you're graduating. Wow, congratulations to you all. I wish you every joy, every happiness, and all the best for the future as you move on. Follow your dreams, your hopes, and whatever you want to do, you can do your best. And I'll be thinking of you, and I'm very proud of you all, and please keep in touch, let me know how you're getting on. Bye from sunny Portugal. Bye.
Hello everyone, guten Tag. It is Miss D. Congratulations on your graduation. It is crazy to think how much time has passed since I taught some of you in grade 4 and grade 5. I will forever remember your grade level as being super curious, kind, and full of energy, and I'm sure that you have carried those qualities through with you to grade 12. As you move forward, I hope you continue to be kind, remember to ask lots of questions, and always believe in yourselves. I know that you'll go on to do great and amazing things. Enjoy the celebrations today, and again, congratulations.
Hi guys, Miss Ali here, sending huge congratulations for your graduation. Cannot believe that you're about to graduate, and I've got so many happy memories of us all on the football field, swimming pool, basketball court, volleyball court, in PE lessons, and I know each and every one of you are going to make the world a better place and be the change makers that we want in the world. So sending lots of love, super proud of you, and well done.
Hello graduates of 2026. It's Miss Sarah here, giving you a video all the way from clean green New Zealand. Just wanted to wish you all the very best on your new adventures. You should be so proud of all the learning, the projects, the assignments, the wonderful things you've done, the friends you've made, the teachers you've learnt from, and I know that all of that experience at EIS is going to mean you are so well prepared to take on the world. I know that you're going to go out and make the world a better place. I know you're going to recycle. No Tetra Packs. All the best from Miss Sarah here in little old New Zealand in the bottom of the Pacific.
Well, congratulations. I can't believe you're actually graduating. I still remember back when you were grade 8 and I just started at EIS. I'm so proud of all of you. I know you're going to go on to do amazing things. I still share a lot of your work at my current school, showing kids, here's some good examples. So well done to all of you. I couldn't be prouder. Wish you all the best. Wish you the best of luck with everything. Good luck.
It's a wonderful thing about education. Teachers move on. Students grow up. But the impact of those relationships never really disappears. When teachers remember students years later, it tells you something. It tells you that education is about far more than lessons and exams. It's about the people who see you, believe in you, and help you become more than you thought possible. And of course, we have many of those people sitting in this room tonight. Teachers, could I ask you to please stand up? Don't be shy. Stand up, please. Graduates, can you turn around and show your appreciation for your teachers? Okay. Thank you. Our vision at EIS has always been to nurture internationally minded, compassionate, courageous young people. This evening, as I said, I don't need to talk about the vision. I can see it. I can see it in the way you understand different cultures. I can see it in the resilience you have built. I see it in your empathy, in your leadership, and I see it in your kindness. You are not just graduates of EIS. You are young adults ready to step into the world with integrity. True global citizens. EIS will continue to evolve. New students will walk through our campus. Buildings will change. Leadership will change. But the measure of EIS will always be the character of its graduates. And that character is something we are very proud of. Class of 2026, you did not simply pass through EIS. You helped shape it. And it has been a great privilege to watch you grow up here. And an even greater one, to watch my daughter grow up alongside you. And to the parents here this evening, there are moments along the way when we realize that our child no longer needs us in quite the same way they once did. This is definitely one of those moments. It's filled with pride, a little disbelief at how quickly the years have passed, and perhaps just a touch of letting go. Graduates, as you step forward into the world, know this: a part of you will always belong here at EIS, because places like EIS are not just schools. They are communities that become part of who we are. And you will always be part of the story of EIS. And long after this evening, the story of EIS will continue to be written in the lives you go on to lead. My hope for all of you is that you stay connected to your families, to each other, and to the values that have anchored you here. I hope you continue to have courage, that you continue to be kind, and of course, that you continue to have fun. Class of 2026, we are immensely proud of you, and I hope you're immensely proud of yourselves and of each other. Congratulations once again. I think the future is in very good hands. Thank you and good evening.
And not a single tear. Who are you, Joe? Who have you turned into? No, thank you, Miss Joe, for those truly thoughtful words. I know everybody in the room feels exactly the same way. We will now move on to our first musical performance for the evening. Please welcome members of Scaffolding, accompanied by Miss Miriam, Mr. Lewis and Mr. Paul, who will be performing Somewhere Only We Know by Keen.
An empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting old and I need somewhere to begin.
I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. So if you had a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only
Thank you, scaffolding. We're certainly going to miss these performances over the years to come for sure. We'll now move on to the prize giving aspect of the ceremony, where we'll celebrate our graduates' academic success. Presenting the awards will be our Grade 12 teachers. I'd like to invite our Grade 12 teachers over to the right-hand side of the stage, ready to present the awards. In addition to presenting students with their graduation certificates today, we also recognise and celebrate individual students who have achieved the highest grade in a particular IB diploma subject. Grade 12 Academic Attainment Awards are presented to Bui Swan Kan Lam for Biology. Dong Thuy Ha Minh for Vietnamese A. Dong Nguyen An for 3 subjects: Business Management, Environmental Systems and Societies, and French B. Congratulations, Annie. Din V. Lam for Theory of Knowledge. Duan Lin Dan for Psychology and also for recognition of CAS. Natasha Haynes for 2 subjects, English A and French ab initio. Hee Chan Kwon for Korean A. Lam Tu Nu for 3 subjects: Economics, Geography, and Spanish B. Nguyen Vu Tin Phuc for Chemistry. Chloe Mai Roberts for Mathematics, Applications and Interpretations. Trin Ni for English B. Fiona Tran Warmbath for Visual Arts. And finally, Ha-Jun Yu for Mathematics Analysis and Approaches and Physics. Congratulations to all of our academic award winners, and thank you again to the EIS teachers for all of your support. We will now hear from two of our graduates who will speak on behalf of the class of 2026. Please welcome to the stage Asha and Chloe.
Hello everyone, parents, teachers, guests, and most importantly, class of 2026! Yeah! I'm Chloe.
And I'm Asha.
We are here today to represent our class to the best of our abilities, despite the countless unique personalities that make our cohort so special.
We never imagined that the two of us, usually unable to contain our laughter at any given moment, would be up here today able to give a speech on behalf of our class. But like true IB warriors, we've grown into risk takers and are so thankful for this opportunity.
I first want to say, damn, 12 years with some of you guys here today, that's genuinely 67% of my life. Those were the days when our biggest complaints were those who skipped the line at canteen. Our biggest goals were winning the swim gala races and being part of the pizza gang.
My 4 years in comparison to Chloe's 12 seems poor, but I've been to 4 schools throughout my life and can confidently say that EIS was the most welcoming of all. I instantly found a community here where I felt safe, respected, and valued at all times, and that is a privilege so rare that I will spend the rest of my life hoping to earn it again. To Mr. Ben and Miss Jo, you guys were right. It does take a village to raise a child, even if that child, who may or may not have been playing cards in the DP Center with pending submissions, summoned the fear-inducing presence of Mr. Bryan with the notification of a late IA, leading to a campus-wide search for the culprit, because Mr. Bryan knew the exact hour, minute, and second that every deadline was due.
We still don't know how, but he knows everything. Work not submitted, he would find you. Hadn't even started, he's behind you. And there was no escaping it. Mr. Bryan, we still don't know if you had a sixth sense that you never told us about, but we respect it, we fear it, and we will miss it deeply, because as much as we lost sleep and tears over it, we know it was the push that many of us needed to get through IB.
But one thing that we can all be thankful for is that we suffered through this program together. Even with the stronger, more nonchalant students among us, as such, without the support system we've built around us, it would have been a lot harder and a lot more boring. I personally can't say how thankful I am for the unforgettable nights we spent not sneaking into each other's rooms at Week Without Walls.
You can always count on our cohort to be there for each other, whether you just went silent for a whole 2 minutes on your IO or missed an entire page on your final exams. We show up for each other regardless, which is a quality that you don't really find everywhere. So as much as we should be proud of our own individual achievements, the real credit goes to each other. This grade has always supported each other, aside from that one time we got Google Chats banned for the whole school, for reasons we will not be elaborating on today. Let's just say we've come a long way.
Not to mention, our short-lived influencer era attracted over 3 million views globally. So, we aren't only different because of our amazing personalities, but also because we're pretty much international celebrities.
We didn't choose the influencer life, it chose us.
Our profile documented our daily productive slumber parties on the DP Center couches, prohibited phone usage and its consequences, and unintentionally served as an emotional outlet for the entire cohort.
But in all seriousness, when we look back on these years, we may first experience the typical post-traumatic stress responses to the memory of the IBDP program, but most importantly, we will remember the people who made it all worth it. Thank you to our amazing teachers, the canteen ladies who slipped us an extra snack when we needed it most, and made the best bun thai, the cleaners, and all the people who looked after us in ways we probably haven't appreciated enough.
Especially the select team that had to bear the responsibility of cleaning up our amazing senior pranks. Congratulations, class of 2026. We love you. Now let's get out of here!
Hoi Jammer, je ouders zijn echt ontzettend trots op je. Hoe jij de balans hebt bewaard tussen studie en met je vrienden omgaan is echt fantastisch. Bij deze houden veel van je en zien trots.
Chúc mừng Nina của mẹ đã tốt nghiệp. Cha mẹ rất tự hào về con. Chúc con luôn tự tin, vững bước và thành công trên chặng đường sắp tới. Hãy nhớ rằng phía sau con luôn có ba mẹ và yêu con.
Hỡi Nina, mẹ chúc mừng con đã tốt nghiệp ngày hôm nay và nhớ mình cái chặng đường mà mẹ cảm thấy rất là tự hào về con. Mẹ yêu con và mẹ cũng tự hào về con. I love you so much, Nina.
하지만 저를 축하해. 그동안 열심히 생활하고 너에게 앞으로도 멋지고 아름다운 삶을 언제나 응원할게. 축하해.
유려하지 졸업을 진심으로 축하해. 낯선 곳에서도 스스로 잘 해낸 네가 아빠는 정말 자랑스러워. 앞으로 펼쳐질 너의 멋진 미래를 아빠가 항상 응원할게. 사랑한다. 파이팅!
Hi Dasha, high school graduation's finally here. To say that I'm proud would be the gross understatement. You amaze me with everything you do, and I can't wait to see what comes next for you. Love you.
夢か卒業おめでとう。2年間頑張ったね。
大学生活楽しんでね。これからもずっと応援してます。
亲爱的艾米，恭喜你顺利的高中毕业，走进新的大学生活。无论在哪里，家仍然是你最温暖的港湾。
Congratulations, my man. I'm so very proud of you. I hope you have a wonderful celebration this evening. I promise I'll try not to cry. Have courage and be kind, darling girl. And remember, I love you more. Yes, I do.
Chúc mừng con trai yêu quý. Con trai đã luôn cố gắng học tập, nâng cao đạo đức và tự tin để có văn bằng IB hôm nay. Cả nhà luôn bên cạnh con.
Hello Harshad, congratulations बेटा. यह तो बस शुरुआत है. तुम्हारी मेहनत तुम्हें और आगे ले जाएगी.
बस यूं ही आगे बढ़ते रहो, सपनों को सच करते रहो.
All the best.
Chúc mừng Linda. Trời ơi, 12 năm trôi qua thật là nhanh. Và trong mắt mẹ con giống như cô gái bé nhỏ ngày nào ở trường European International School. Nhưng mà ngày hôm nay là con đã tốt nghiệp lớp 12. Mẹ xin chúc mừng con và chúc con là trong con đường sự nghiệp sắp tới của con gặp thật nhiều thành công. Con mãi mãi giữ được năng lượng tích cực. Chúc mừng.
안녕아, 졸업 축하해. 위풍당당하게 새로운 세상으로 나아가길 바란다.
Asha, congratulations, darling. This day has arrived for your graduation. We love, love, love you, and we're so super proud of you, babe.
Congratulations, bub. You've done really well.
Hey sis, congrats on graduation. I'm really proud of how much you have grown at EIS and everything you have achieved. But seriously though, you have done so amazing. I'm really proud of you. I know mom and dad would be too. And enjoy your day.
ケン君おめでとう。よく頑張ったね。
ケン君大好きだよ。
俺も。
Chúc mừng Huyền My. Chúc mừng con trong buổi lễ tốt nghiệp ngày hôm nay. Bố mẹ rất yêu con và luôn đồng hành cùng con. Hãy tự tin con nhé.
Yêu
graduate. I'm so proud of your achievement. A bright future awaits ahead of you. So congratulations.
Khánh Long yêu quý, chúc con thật nhiều sức khỏe và thành công. Ba, mẹ, thí sinh và em Su yêu con nhất trên đời.
Xin chào thầy cô cùng các bạn của trường quốc tế châu Âu. Xin chào Hưng, mẹ chúc Hưng trong ngày tốt nghiệp thật là vui vẻ. Bố mẹ và anh Nam Anh luôn luôn tin tưởng vào sự trưởng thành tự tin của Nam Hưng trong cuộc sống. Yêu con.
Congratulations, Speed. Yeah, well done. I'm so proud of all the effort and hard work that you put in, and what a wonderful young lady you're turning into. Love you, darling.
Chúc mừng Carrot cuối cùng cũng tốt nghiệp sau thời gian dài. Ba mẹ rất là tự hào về kết quả học tập của con. Cố gắng keep up your good work.
Chúc mừng con đã trưởng thành. Hương cố gắng làm tốt từ những việc nhỏ con nhé. Không lùi bước, luôn sống theo chân thiện nhẫn. Con nhất định sẽ thành công. Mẹ luôn bên con.
희찬아, 아들 수고했다. 졸업 축하하고 엄마 아빠 항상 널 응원할게.
Hello David. Bố mẹ chúc con tiếp tục thành công trên những chặng đường sắp tới. Bố mẹ rất yêu con.
Chúc mừng Vi Lam đã tốt nghiệp. Ba mẹ rất tự hào về những nỗ lực của con trong thời gian vừa qua.
Một hành trình mới trên con đường trưởng thành của con sẽ bắt đầu từ hôm nay. Con hãy mạnh dạn bước ra thế giới rộng lớn ngoài kia để tận hưởng và trải nghiệm một cuộc sống tươi đẹp và đầy màu sắc đang chờ con ở phía trước.
Ba mẹ yêu con và sẽ luôn dõi theo con trên mọi nẻo đường.
恭喜小米，终于在马年毕业啦！祝你马年毕业开始策马扬鞭。2年辛苦了，
开启人生的新篇章。
Chào con đang đi qua một chặng đường dài, nhiều kỷ niệm. Phía trước còn nhiều điều mới mẻ đang chờ đón con. Hãy cố gắng lên con nhé.
Cô chúc con sau khi tốt nghiệp sẽ luôn tự tin, bản lĩnh và giữ được tinh thần nhiệt huyết, luôn biết giúp đỡ và truyền cảm hứng cho mọi người. Mong rằng con sẽ thành công trên con đường mình chọn và luôn tỏa sáng theo cách của riêng mình.
Mừng con gái yêu của bố mẹ đã hoàn thành một chặng đường quan trọng trong cuộc đời. Tốt nghiệp cấp 3 là bước khởi đầu mới. Con theo đuổi những ước mơ lớn hơn. Hãy luôn tự tin, mạnh mẽ, dũng cảm theo đuổi những ước mơ của mình. Gia đình sẽ luôn ở phía sau ủng hộ con.
Hai con, chúc mừng con đã hoàn thành chặng đường 12 năm đằng sách. Hôm nay là ngày tốt nghiệp trung học phổ thông của con, đã con bước sang một cái chặng đường mới. Chúc con thật hạnh phúc và thành công rực rỡ.
Chúc mừng con gái yêu của mẹ đã kết thúc hành trình 12 năm học với rất nhiều nỗ lực và cố gắng. Hành trình phía trước sẽ có rất nhiều thử thách và khó khăn, nhưng mẹ tin con gái của mẹ sẽ đạt được mọi ước mơ của mình. Cả gia đình luôn yêu thương con, yêu con.
Hey Liam, congratulations on your graduation. I'm so proud of you and I can't wait to see you this summer. Love you, man.
Chúc mừng con đã hoàn thành xong chương trình IB để bắt đầu vào một cuộc hành trình mới với những thách thức mới và trải nghiệm mới. Bố mẹ cầu mong cho con có thật nhiều sức khỏe. Bố mẹ luôn yêu con và luôn ở bên cạnh con.
Chúc con gái yêu thực hiện được ước mơ của mình. Bố mẹ luôn yêu thương, tin tưởng và đồng hành cùng với con.
Thank you, Chloe and Asha, for your fantastic speech, and thanks for putting that video together, which in true IB fashion reached our desk about 15 minutes before we started graduation. So thanks for that additional stress. I now invite IB Diploma Program Coordinator, Mr. Brian Hayes, to the stage to address the class of 2026 one final time. Mr. Brian.
Class of 2026, IB Warriors, I guess is what we are now. Please note that the names have been left anonymous to protect the innocent in the speech, but I'm sure you will recognize yourselves throughout the address. So good evening to the proud parents and family members, dedicated teachers, and of course the class of 2026. Congratulations, you've gone and done it, graduating. You'll depart this evening with a certificate in hand and, fingers crossed, an IB diploma or certificates arriving later this summer. It's quite the accomplishment. I arrived as coordinator here just as you were entering the diploma program, so we could say that our fates have been intertwined ever since. Some of my very first memories here were wide-eyed students wandering into my office to discuss subject choices, and let's say, putting this gently, they appeared a little directionless. And I thought to myself, all right, here we go. Now, fast forward 2 years, and here we are. What a difference 2 years makes, especially when those years are spent on a metaphorical treadmill, relentlessly meeting the various demands drawn up by the IB. Look back and reflect on these 2 years. I know it's probably still a little bit of a blur, but all-nighters studying for some kind of assessment, hammering out final submissions of IAs deep into the morning, shaking a little nervously through your oral commentaries, scrambling to put finishing touches on final pieces of your visual arts exhibitions, searching for and writing college applications, and capping off your high school experience with the grand finale, a month of grueling exams. To echo Chloe, damn. Now, of course, it wasn't just academic work 24/7. For example, there was napping. Lots of napping. Bodies sprawled across couches in various stages of sleep. There were dress-up days. I recall especially fondly the day you transformed into impossibly stylish soft boys with your dangling labubus. Or the day 3 non-blondes appeared in my class, newly minted as blondes. I'll never forget chilling at the beach during the DP trip when out of nowhere, a couple of you entered into my field of vision, racing across the waves on the back of a jet ski, and we're just kind of... As the exams drew near, we had a few cheeky pranks. For instance, I was greeted with thousands of copies of my face plastered in the office on every imaginable surface. Anyways, for reasons of brevity, this is just a small sample size of so many memories. So tonight, your high school journey has finally come to a close. Now, reflecting on these last 2 years, I keep returning to one theme: numbers. In the corridors, in the classrooms, in the offices, I hear whispers of numbers just everywhere. This is natural. I mean, as students, you are constantly performing, and the reward is always a number. It's easy, banal even, to say that you're more than numbers, but you're also precisely numbers. For example, you're number 1, you're number 10, 34. I could go on. But you're these numbers. And it's with these numbers that you're going to log into a platform, you're going to access results, and then next to your name, you're going to see a magical number, a 32, a 40, a 28. And these numbers next to your name, they're sticky and they linger. These numbers impact what doors are going to stay open and which ones are going to shut. So yes, you are a number. But still. At university, and later in the workplace, there will be all of these metrics that measure your performance, and they're going to determine your opportunities. So I think we could say that numbers rule everything around us. Of course, you are more than a number. You are the mischievous daughter with a love of pranks. You are the steadfast friends that will walk through walls. You are the effortlessly cool singer in the rock band. You are the footballer with the killer left foot. You are the painter with a passion for purple. You are the most kind-hearted volunteers at the dog shelter. You are the photographer with the keen eye that always gets the killer shot. You are the foodie that knows the best spots in town. You are all of these things that are far more important, interesting, and enduring than any number. You are indeed large, and you contain multitudes. So this is the tension that we experience every day. So yes, for conventional success in your future studies and your careers, you will have to carry on and perform and perform and perform. This absolutely matters, and I wouldn't dream of undermining it. But at the same time, never lose sight of the passions and projects that contribute to who you are and what you want to be. So as I move towards closing, This summer, I imagine you'll be going on holidays, you'll be eating delicious meals with friends, you'll be watching the World Cup into the wee hours of the morning, and then poof, in the blink of an eye, from this tiny village in Saigon, many of you will board flights and suddenly drop onto university campuses around the world, to Japan, to the Netherlands, Singapore, Australia, India, etc., etc., etc. It's incredibly exciting. All these amazing experiences await you. It's also, to be fair, a little terrifying. But you have more than demonstrated that you are absolutely, fearlessly ready to face any and all challenges. So as you leave, in the immortal words chanted high from the terraces at Anfield, you'll never walk alone. Regardless of whether your next destination is close to home or half a world away, I hope you remember that this place, these people, will always be a part of your story and who you've become. We are incredibly proud, class of 2026. Congratulations, it's been an absolute honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bryan. I know without your guidance, none of the 36 graduates in front of us would have reached the goals that they did, so thank you. We will now have our final musical performance of the evening. Please welcome Scaffolding back over to the stage, who will be performing Kids by MGMT. Scaffolding.
toward it, making mama so proud, but your voice is too loud. We like to watch you laughing. We pick the insects off plants. No time to think of consequences. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanting to be haunted. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanting to be haunted. The water is warm, but it's sending me shivers. A baby is born, crying out for attention. The memories fade like looking through a fog mirror. Decisions to decisions are made and not bought, but I thought this would hurt a lot, I guess not. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanting to be haunted. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanting to be haunted. On the guitar we have two very beautiful, Linda and Belong. Can we have a round of applause, please? And our very talented Andrew on the synth. Another round of applause, please. We have Chen on the bass. And our amazing drummer, Daniel. Everybody clap! Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanted to be haunted. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanted to be haunted. Another one. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanted to be haunted. Okay, last one. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees. Thank you, everybody. Scap.
Once again, scaffolding, thank you for entertaining us for the last 2 years and beyond that as well. It is now time for our grade 11 students to show their appreciation to the graduating class of 2026. It has been a long-held tradition at EIS for the grade 11 class to present small gifts to our graduating students. For that, I welcome outgoing SRC executives Sunny and G Min to the stage to farewell the grade 12s. Please welcome Sunny and G Min.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're the Student Council representatives from grade 11. I'm Jimin, your Student Council Secretary.
And Sunny, your Student Council Treasurer. And today we have the honor of speaking as we celebrate the graduation of the class 2026. A class that has worked through long nights, constant deadlines, and more stress than we probably like to admit.
First of all, congratulations! You officially survived the IB, and now all of the hard work has finally paid off and brought you here today as graduates.
Honestly, seeing you all sitting here now feels a little unreal, and we're really grateful to be part of such an important moment with you all.
As younger students, many of us admired the way your class carried itself, not only in leadership roles or major school events, but also in the small everyday moments that often mattered the most. To us, your presence made high school feel less intimidating and easier to grow comfortable in. Your class has truly helped shape the atmosphere of the school, and that impact will continue to be remembered long after your graduation.
Standing here today, it's hard to not feel proud seeing all of you about to step into a completely new chapter of our lives. Looking around this room, we're not just seeing a graduating class, but people with different ambitions, different paths, and so much potential ahead of them. What makes this class special is not only what you've achieved individually, but also the friendships, memories, and connections you built along the way. And those are the things that will stay with you long after today.
Although we're excited to see where the life takes all of you, it's really hard to imagine EIS without your group here. We'll miss all your energy during school events, and your presence around the campus, and the way your class could make even an ordinary school days more memorable.
At the same time, it's a little sad knowing that this chapter is coming to an end, because with it comes the memories you've created together, the friendships, the shared experiences, and the small moments that probably felt ordinary at the time, but will end up meaning the most.
Lastly, on behalf of grade 11, congratulations again, class of 2026. We're so proud of everything you have achieved, and we wish you nothing but success and happiness in whatever comes next.
Before you go, we wanted to give you a little something, not just as a gift, but as a reminder of all the memories, laughter, and moments you've shared together. Thank you.
For listening.
So the grade 11s have organised a photo album with some mementos from our grade 12's time at EIS. Thank you, Sunny and Min, for those kind words for the grade 12s and grade 11s. You certainly have big shoes to fill, but we're absolutely confident you'll be able to fill those next year. And grade 12s, I think from Min's reaction, you can see the impact that you have had on the EIS community. Now, we've arrived at the highlight of this evening's ceremony as we present our class of students graduating from the EIS High School. For these students and you, their parents, this moment signifies the culmination of many years of hard work. I'd like to invite back to the stage co-head of school and head of early years and primary, Miss Jo, and IBDP coordinator, Mr. Brian, to present the graduating students with their diplomas. I also invite Miss Lan to the stage to support with reading the graduates' names. At EIS, there are 3 categories of diplomas: the EIS High School Diploma, the EIS Diploma with Honours, and the most prestigious EIS Diploma with Distinction.
Bùi Xuân Khánh Lâm, graduating with distinction.
Naki Chen, graduating with honours.
Đặng Nguyên Anh, graduating with distinction. Đặng Thị Hà Minh, graduating with distinction. Đinh Vi Lam, graduating with honors. Đỗ Vũ Hoài Anh, graduating with honors. Đoàn Linh Đan, graduating with distinction. Đoàn Minh Khang, graduating with honors. Dương Anh Khôi, graduating with honors.
Natasha Haynes, graduating with honors. Asha Van Beth Hennessy, graduating with honors. Imaizumi Ken, graduating with honors. Harshak Jatindra Jain, graduating with honors. Hee Chan Kwan, graduating with honors.
Lâm Tư Như, graduating with distinction. Lê Nhật Hạ, graduating with honors.
Lee Nak-young, graduating with honours. Lu Sao-man, graduating with honours.
Nguyễn Gia Bảo Trúc, graduating with honors. Nguyễn Hoàng Phương Chi, graduating with honors. Nguyễn Minh Đức, graduating with honors.
Patrick Siklong Winvo, graduating with honours.
Nguyễn Vũ Thịnh Phúc, graduating with distinction. Phạm Cát Bảo Châu, graduating with honors. Phạm Thành Vinh, graduating with honors. Phan Nam Hưng, graduating with honors.
Chen Sin Ren, graduating with honours. Chloe Mai Roberts, graduating with distinction. Yumika Sano, graduating with honours.
Trần An Khang, graduating with honors. Trịnh Uyển Nhi, graduating with honors. Trương Uyển Nhi, graduating with honors.
Amber Rose Vanderwalt, graduating with honours. Fiona Tran Warmbath, graduating with honours. Ha Jin Yu, graduating with honours. And finally, Ha Jun Yu, graduating with honours. Thank you, Miss Joe, Mr. Brian, and of course, Miss Lan. At EIS, the Valedictorian is selected based on academic performance throughout the entire diploma program. It is awarded to the student who has achieved the most consistently excellent results throughout the rigorous 2-year program. This year's Valedictorian has pursued higher level studies in business management, English A and geography, and standard level studies in environmental systems and societies, French B, and mathematics analysis and approaches. They have consistently achieved top grades in all disciplines and has already been recognised this evening, coming top in 3 of their 7 IB diploma subjects. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your 2025-26 EIS Valedictorian, Dung Nguyen An, Annie.
Oh, shucks, guys. Good evening, parents, teachers, guests, and students. Thank you for attending today's class of 2026 graduation ceremony. My name is Annie. I am very grateful to be speaking to you as this year's valedictorian. First, my classmates and I would like to thank Mr. Ben, Miss Miriam, Miss Aubrey, and Mr. Brian for going out of your way to ensure we survive this treacherous journey that is the IB with their kindness, patience, and encouragement. Please give them a round of applause. Now, I would like to thank my subject teachers. Miss Sandra, for your optimism with our class, despite us struggling with basic conjugations like saying je allais instead of je vais. Mr. Lewis, for showing constant reassurance and care, despite knowing how much your class despises and dreads math. Mr. Chris, for lighting up the room with your 6-7s and dad jokes, even on the class's darkest days, that is any lesson pertaining to paper 3. Miss Vika and Miss Hua, for your patience for our extremely locked out class. Mr. Paul, for your fire analysis that either leaves the class dumbfounded or in awe. And also, with your endurance to my rants about the books and Harry Potter fan fiction that I read. Mr. Brian, for your mix of paternalistic and democratic leadership that clearly has helped increase motivation and maximize productivity.
And finally, thank you to all the teachers that have taught me in my 6 years at EIS. My achievements are from middle school to high school are clear reflections of your dedications and assistance to not just myself and the other students as well. So thank you. I think that I can say the students in this room have someone else outside of school that they are grateful for. Those that provide unconditional support when we are at our lowest. For me, they are my parents and grandparents who gave me the privilege to learn in such a wonderful community and made sure I never felt pressured to overwork myself, even though I do it anyway. For that, I want to personally thank everyone who has helped my classmates and I overcome these series of challenges. Now, to my classmates. With our cohort's small size, we all have become closer to many unexpected people. In the past 2 years, I realized that nothing bonds people more than shared hardships. I remember it all too well. The all-nighters we pulled, studying for tests while struggling IA and EE deadlines, and the days where we skipped school to do more schoolwork at home. I'm looking at you, Lam. Among us, there was a mutual understanding that everyone was struggling, which fostered the tight-knit relationships that we now have with one another. With that in mind, I would like to thank you guys, especially my close friends, for making this IB experience less cortisol-inducing. Seeing that in 3 months, you guys will be scattered across the globe, I would like to say a few things before you leave. In class, we read things fall apart, not realizing that things were actually falling apart for us too. But it is over now, and we are free. It has been a pleasure to learn with and from you guys. Now, the end of this battle marks a new beginning for each and every single one of you, and I wish you all the best in your future ventures, and I can't wait to hear and see your successes in the upcoming years. I'll miss you guys very much, and I hope that distance will not make us strangers. Thank you for listening.
I would now like the class of 2026 to come and join Annie on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me the utmost pleasure to officially graduate the class of 2026. Graduates, turn your tassels. Graduates on 3, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the class of 2026 as they process out of the ballroom. Families, thank you so much for your partnership with EIS. Everybody, and good night.
Thank you.